Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So, ZOE, the troublemaker, or the aspect of Twilight, as her official title is, has just been announced, the newest champion in Legends. So, I want to do this video today, taking a look at the champion reveal and seeing whether or not she's going to be a good jungler on release. I'll put a link to this down below in the description if you want to check out this page for yourself. So let's jump right into what her abilities actually do. So she's going to be like a spell-slinging mage. Some comparisons, kind of like a LeBlanc-ish person, just from what I can see, it's what she kind of feels like. But she's quite unique, so I think she's going to have a lot of fans when she gets released, because I think she's just, yeah, unique and definitely has a lot of ways you can play her, I guess, that a lot of outplay potential, essentially. So, first things first, your passive. When you use an ability, you do a bonus damage afterwards, just like that. Your Q. You fire out a skill shot in a straight line. If it hits something, it explodes and hurts them. If you don't hit something, it will linger around for a little while, and then when you recast the ability, you can recast it in a different direction and it will go to that place, and then it will hurt that person. And the damage scales with how far it's traveled in a straight line. So I'll just play the video here, you can kind of see what it's like. If you fire it straight out, it hits someone, boom, that's your bog standard. But lowest potential, that's your redirecting it, and because it traveled further away, it did more damage. And here you go as well, it went even further that time, because it went from, like, she went really far away before she chucked it back on Tarek there, so it does even more damage. So I think that, yeah, I'll get down to like my thoughts on the abilities afterwards. I'm just going to show you guys what they are right now. And your W, Spell Thief, this is a really unique one. When people use active items or summoners, they drop these little orbs on the floor, you pick them up, and then you can use them. Yeah. Sleepy Trouble Bubble is her E. Another skill shot, puts down an AoE. If you walk in it, like Leon has done here, after a few times, a bit like a Zillion Bomb, really, you'll fall asleep. And your ultimate here is the, it does a bit of damage as well, your E, which is worth noting. And your W, like your ultimate here, Portal Jump, is that. Now when you come out of your Portal Jump like that, you can do abilities, you can attack, but you can't move anywhere. So yeah, it's pretty unique. But let me tell you what I think about her as a jungler. So first things first, passive is actually quite useful for jungling. It's just more damage. So when you're, what you've got to take into consideration when you're thinking about whether someone's going to be a good jungler, the first thing you need to take into consideration is how well they're going to be at clearing the jungle, how good they are at clearing the jungle. And most mages suck because their abilities are too high cooldown early game, don't do enough damage, and cost too much mana. So you're going to have to spam your abilities to clear the jungle efficiently, which you won't really be able to do on most mages, which is why there are some unique cases like Diana, who is a good jungle mage, because her passive just keeps going, no cooldown, no mana cost, and is an AoE clear as well. Plus she also has the shield on her W2. So Diana's a very unique case. Now I don't think that ZOE is going to be a top tier jungler by any means, but I actually am quite intrigued by what she'll be able to do, mostly because of the passive and the Q. The thing with this Q is that it's designed all around, I'll play it for you again, it's designed around being like more stronger than it should be when you're firing it from range, but the trade-off is that it's harder to hit because it's going further in a straight line. Now when you're clearing the jungle monsters aren't going to be juking your abilities, so essentially you have an ability that's doing a crap ton of damage guaranteed when you're clearing the jungle. So it somewhat depends on the cooldown of this. It says it does magic damage in a small area as well, which is really important because the wolves, the chickens and stuff, if the Q was single target, then you would just really suck at clearing those. But being able to get that massive damage in an AoE, I definitely think this champion has potential to use that to help with the clearing, and then you can combine it with the passive as well. And because of your E as well, which is the Sleepy Trouble Bubble, you'll get, if the ideal initiation will be, you'll fire your Q behind you, you'll initiate the camp, and then you'll put the Q back forward again, hit them with the passive, drop down the Sleepy Trouble Bubble. Can't believe I'm actually saying that. It's legit, actually her ability. And then you have a bit more damage there in the AoE, but also it's a little bit of CC so that you don't just get beat up afterwards. So you can just start like whittling down like the mini chickens at that point, or some of the smaller wolves or whatever. Honestly, I generally feel like she has potential to clear the jungle from that. And then outside of just being able to clear the jungle, you have to think about, okay, what's her role as a jungler? What can she do just outside of clearing? Because you need to be able to bring something else to the table. And her ganks, I think, will probably be pretty decent, honestly, because you can set up your Q from Fog of War. The Sleepy Trouble Bubble is pretty decent as well. And when enemies flash away from you, which they probably will do if you're ganking them, you can pick up that flash and you can use it. So you actually have some pretty good gank techniques as well. So I think if I were to compare ZOE to a champion, I'd probably say maybe like a Fizz, I guess, as far as how good you are as a jungler. Maybe even a bit better than Fizz, because Fizz kind of sucks at clearing the jungle now. Old Fizz was better. But I think I would put her in the tier of, you probably don't want to pick her in ranked, but if you're playing with your mates, ZOE jungle, let's go, baby. That's what I would say for ZOE. So you can take a look at this page for yourself. I'll quickly show you. You can see here like her doing some ganks and stuff. This right here is this is what's really interesting. This kill onto Jarvan here. Hits the Jarvan with the sleep. He falls asleep, and then she launches her Q backwards, fires it at him, does half his health. Like, holy crap. So yeah, that's what I think, my preliminary thoughts on ZOE as a jungler. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll be doing a gameplay of her on the PB when she comes out on the PB. Cheek thumbs up if you like the video. Subscribe to me for more leggings content, and make sure that you don't miss the gameplay when that comes live. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Have a great day, and I will see you in my next.